Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be kind of a more talky video, fun video, not like fun as in like, ooh, mascara fun, but fun like, I don't know, talking about fun things or exciting things or happy things. Okay, let's just jump on into it. So, what this video is really about, I don't know how the title suggests it, but this is going to be like about finding myself, finding happiness, falling in love with myself, those types of things. And this is not a conceited video. This is not being like, I'm dating myself. Like, Valentine's Day this year is gonna be so fun because, like, I know what I want and then I'll give it to myself, you know? Well, like, get your things, get yourself things, but you know what I mean. This is not like I'm like in love with myself, like conceited type of love, you know? This is like a good thing, and within the past 5 months, maybe, I want to say, about, I have really been super positive, super happy, super, I don't know really, I kind of know why, I kind of don't, so that's kind of what this little video is about. Basically, there were people in my life, freshman year, I'm a senior this year, so about like freshman year or sophomore year that were kind of more, oh, also junior high for sure, that were very negative, and not negative in like, you're ugly, like I hate you, but like we're still best friends totally, but like I'm gonna hate you and like, oh, not like that, but like negative about themselves, because, you know, I understand like that's a hard time for anybody, you know, people are like going through their awkward stages and stuff, so it's really hard, but people would always talk to me about their horrible, like, deep down issues. And I was a kid, you know, I had just come from this really small elementary school, and to be pushed all this, like, harsh reality in my face in junior high and beginning of high school, that kind of took a toll on me, I guess. And I don't want to say, like, I was depressed or anything. I don't think I was, you know. Is it Mom? I can call her later. Can I call her later? Okay, I'm sorry. My mom just called me on the phone, so I had to talk. Okay, I'm back. So, what was I saying? Oh, right. I don't think I had depression. I don't think I did because, sorry, because, you know, I still was very happy. I just, mostly at nighttime also, I was just very, like, sad, I guess. And this was not really in junior high. In junior high, that's when a lot of people were talking to me about really deep, dark things that I just could not handle. And then this was in about freshman year, sophomore year, that I just, like, I kind of was like, everyone else is sad. So I kind of threw myself and being like, well, why, like, I should be sad, which is so weird and messed up, and that's just how I wasn't, you know, developed enough mentally to really understand everything that was going on. And I totally understand now that that was not right, clearly. So I kind of forced it on myself. So it wasn't really like anything that was going on in my life that was making me this way. It was me making me this way because I felt like I should be this way. Yeah, I don't think that's like a mental illness, honestly, because I just think I was a little, what was that? I was just a little messed up in the head. I was still kind of dealing with certain people's issues that were just very trying on me. And that's really, like I said, when I was making myself be sad just because I felt like I had to be. I don't know, it was weird. I don't really even understand it now. I didn't really understand what I was doing when I was doing it. And I didn't do anything like bad to myself or anything. I was just making myself sad. So that was kind of weird for me. And then this past year, my junior year of high school, you know, I started school, everything was normal, like I was happy, like, but, you know, I would get sad about just, like, normal things. So I would say about the summer between sophomore and junior year, I was not doing that to myself anymore. I wasn't making myself feel sadness just 'cause. And within my junior year, I slowly started just becoming a happy person. It's weird because happiness is an emotion, but happiness is also a lifestyle. I totally believe that 100%. I don't think it's just, you know, I don't think it's just an emotion. I think it's honestly a lifestyle as well. You can be a happy person. You can live happily, you know? Like, I totally truly believe that. And there are people in my life within this past year that have really made me become a happy person and live a lifestyle of happiness. And I thank them for that, you know? I'm really lucky to be able to be young and not be overcome with horrible teenage emotions, you know? And I still probably, like, I still get sad 100%, like, every now and then. Like, oh, I'm so, like, I had a mental breakdown last week about school just because I just had started school and I'm taking this AP course and it's really, really hard, stressful. So, you know, it's a lot to handle, so I had, like, a mental breakdown. See, like, but that's normal. I'm not having one of those, like, every second of my life. And I just feel like, you know, when something really great happens to you and you're like, oh my god, this is, like, amazing, I'm so happy. That's how I feel, honestly, in my life. And I don't want this to be, like, conceited and be like, I'm so happy, like, why you're not happy, ha ha ha. No, no. I really hope you are, like, feeling this way, too. And I would always, like, skip over these videos in my subscription boxes because who cares? Like, I think I'm happy, like, just, like, swiping past them because, like, they seemed to be boring. And I hope this doesn't bore you guys because it's interesting. And I loved hearing about how people are happy, and I love being able to talk about happiness. It's one of my favorite topics. I love talking about it. I also really realized that within, you know, my high school times, like, you know, freshman year, sophomore year, I would be a little bit more judgmental than I am now. You know, I'm human, so I still think things sometimes, and I would never, back then, I would never say what I was thinking if it was, like, a negative thing, because that's just rude. I've noticed myself now even just not thinking those things anymore as much. Like I said, I'm human, sometimes I do, and I don't like that I think those things either. I'm just like, no, that's not nice. So, I don't know why I was, like, doing that. But I slowly have really realized that, like, I don't think negative things about people anymore. Or, you know, if there's someone who doesn't like me, I just brush it off, because there are some people in my life that don't like me. They just don't like me. I've never done anything to hurt them. Some of the people I've, like, confronted about it and be like, why don't you like me? Like, I've never done anything to you. Some people I've just been like, you know what, they don't like me. Whatever, it's fine. Not everyone in the world's gonna like you. So, that used to bug me if someone didn't like me. Not everybody, but certain people, if they didn't like me, that would bug me. Recently, especially within, like, honestly the past few weeks, I've just been like, they don't like me, brushing it off and walking away from it. Not letting it worry, like, me, you know? I don't think about it. I don't get stressed about it, and that makes me, like, that just takes a weight off of me. Because I would obsess over it sometimes. I'd be like, this person doesn't like me, I never did anything to them. It would make no sense, but some people in life are just not gonna like you, and that's how it is, and whatever, you know? As long as you're being true to yourself, screw it. Like, screw what other people think, because that doesn't matter. I'm just so happy to be happy. I like I said before, I'm getting emotional. You'll never, now my eyelash glue is getting tacky again and then sticking to my eye. Oh my god. You never know what this type of feeling is until you experience it. And I always thought, like I said, through my life, I was like, I'm a happy person. Like, okay. But I was nowhere near the contentness I am with myself right now. I used to really pick on myself about my stomach, especially. I really used to be like, my stomach's huge. Like, I used to think that. And I'm not, like, this big or this big, but I don't care, honestly. I used to really obsess over it and hate it, and I don't know, I really did. I used to hate it. And it's obviously still not my favorite feature, but I don't hate it. I don't, you know, like, cry about it anymore. And obviously you have days when you feel fat, whatever, but I'm talking about like in the majority of the time, I'm just like, this is me, like, it's fine, and, you know, if I want to work out, I totally can, and that's okay too, but if I don't want to, or, you know, if I do work out, but it doesn't go anywhere, like, that's okay too. Also, falling in love with myself, what does that mean? You know how, like, when you're in a new relationship, you really like the person, and then you slowly are, like, you're falling in love with them, and you're like, this person's amazing, like, I'm just obsessed with them, not in, like, an obsessive way, but, like, they're just a great person, and I don't know, all that different stuff. If you've fallen in love before, you know what I mean, and if not, you can, that's what it, you know, you love them. And that's what I've been slowly doing the past, I don't know, like I said, 5 months maybe, I'm not really sure how long it's been. Definitely within, like, the past half year-ish time, maybe-ish. That's weird. Basically, like I've been saying, I've been falling in love with myself. And I think I've made it, honestly. I don't really know how to explain that, but I'm single right now, and that's completely fine with me because I'm so content and I love who I am, and because of that also, I know my standards. I dated this guy, and it was just not good. It made me feel like I was worthless. Even though I did know my worth, I felt worthless. And that's horrible. And that's not honestly what love should be like. So falling in love with myself is completely, it's different, and it feels right. And I hope you guys aren't taking this as like, I'm gonna marry myself. I'm not like obsessed with myself, nothing like that. But it's just, you're falling into this utter happiness, this contentness constantly that you feel. And it's great, and I love it, and I want you guys to feel this. So just slowly start making small changes, taking people out of your life that are toxic, doing things that you've always wanted to do but you're a little nervous about, but like you think it'll be fun, or just brushing off what people think. And I would, back a few years ago, I would be like, oh, I don't care what they think. And to some extent I didn't, but to some extent I did, and I would just tell people I didn't care, but I would care. Who cares if you're saying something that's not actually how you're feeling? There's no point. You have to actually feel it, and that's how I feel right now. I'm not just saying like, oh, I don't care what people think about me, or like what people who don't like me think. I'm not just saying that, that's actually how I feel. And it makes me so much happier. There's people that walk around with like a frown on their face, and that makes me really sad, because why would you do that? You have one life to live. Why not make it the best life you've ever had? Well, you know what I mean. Make it the best, because you never know when it's gonna go away. You never know, when something could kind of change for the worse. You never know in life. There are no guarantees, and I don't know, just be happy. There's a power in being happy. There's this sense of liberty. There's a sense of freedom. There's this sense of comfort in being happy and living a happy lifestyle. And yeah, I want all of you guys to be there, Put time in yourself. You always put time in other people, but put time in yourself, and things, really, really, really great things can happen. It's just slowly gotta change your mindset. And it's gonna take time. It took me kind of a lot, like my whole life basically to get to this point. Focus on the best parts of your life, and then focus on how to make those parts better. And then focus on the worst parts of your life, but don't dwell in the sadness. Focus on, once again, how to make them better. Yeah. So this is a good feeling, and I want you guys to be able to experience it as well. So I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna try to do these videos more often, where I just like sit down and just ramble. So yeah, get excited for those. So I love you, and please be sure to subscribe, click thumbs up, and all that jazz. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! Hope it was entertaining. People about, no, I'm not gonna talk about that. Okay, never mind. Ish time, I was still kind of, oh my god. The poor guy was probably just trying to stay awake with these 3 little children, but I could not handle his breath.